How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to more Payday 2. As you guys can see, I had a video that was supposed to come out today, but it didn't, so this is the video that's probably going to replace it until I get it finished. Once I finish editing it and whatnot, it's going to be similar to Lunaro, but this is going to be a little fun Q&A type of deal that I'm gonna be doing. I may do these once a month, or depending on how you guys want me to do it. I search up questions on YouTube, on Google, and usually they pertain to a certain subject, I guess you can say. For this one, it's going to be anime related. So, anyways. Expect some weird answers. I don't expect myself to actually be very good at answering, since I do extend some of my time I talk a lot. I put a lot of details in most of my answers. So the first question is, what's your favorite anime of all time? So if we're gonna go on of all time, it's gonna be a bit difficult for me to say, but I'm gonna say for right now, and it's probably gonna stay like that for a good bit, is going to be ReZero, because if you guys don't know, it's a summer anime that's still being released, 25 episodes, and it is actually pretty good. It's gonna stop at the third arc, which I'm happy about, but I'm sad because I won't be able to watch it. So that's one thing. So in general, that is my favorite anime of all time. But there's a second part to my answer, is that if it wasn't for ReZero, if I did this beforehand, I would have said Data Life and Infinite Stratus. The reason why I chose both of them is because I decided started to watch anime again, and these two animes actually are the ones that actually got me into watching anime again. So that is my main reason why I chose both Data Life and Infinite Stratus, because I watched them in the same timeline, not timeline, same time period. I went after each other, so I couldn't really choose one or the other. I would prefer saying both of them, since they're both the same reason why I decided to watch anime, or they got me back into watching anime after like a good 5 to 7 years. So there it is. So the second question is the worst anime you watched. Alright, so this one is a bit tricky for me to answer, because I've watched quite a bit, like, to a lot of people, I've watched quite a few terrible or bad animes. Well, I put that upon myself, because I'm an idiot. So, technically speaking, the worst anime I've watched fully through is I Want to Be the Twin Tails and Sword Art Online. Now, the reason why I say Sword Art Online is not because I'm joining the bandwagon where everybody's like, Kirio's OP. No, it's just that I just don't like how the story portrays itself. I'm usually a person who watches anime for usually the story, or seeing how everything, like, why everything came to that. Well, I tried to watch it seriously, alright? I tried to watch Sword Art Online seriously, like, as I would usually do with a majority of the animes I've watched. But it's a bit of a controversy for me, because my friend Mitchell puts other perspectives for me, since he plays a lot of MMOs, and how usually everybody has the same like opportunity to get the same classes. It's just how you get the abilities are different. So having one character to just have dual wielding swords is just, that doesn't how MMOs work. If you guys want to watch a better anime that is similar to Sword Art, but it's better, and there's no bullshit, I would recommend Overlord. I haven't watched Log Horizon. That's on my watch list. But yeah, that's I may put like this is gonna be a longer ass video if I talk more about this, but I want to go to the next one. I want to be the Twin Tails. Now, the reason why I chose I want to be the Twin Tails is because my friends, Melo, Austin, Nick, made fun of me because when I first started watching anime, I told them, oh man, I like this character. I showed them Kirby, right? They said like, oh, she has Twin Tails. I'm like, okay. So then Melo recommends me watching Hyperdimension. I watch Hyperdimension. I tell him, once I finished it, I tell him, I like Noir. And then, what he says, and Austin made fun of me for saying, I should watch this anime. Well, they didn't tell me to watch it. I find it on accident. I found it because I saw a character that looked like Noir. It's like Noir. So I was like, okay, I wanna watch it. I tell Austin his name, and he's like, don't fucking watch it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch it. I watched the whole thing. Austin stopped at like a good bit. I don't know, like in the beginning. I watched the whole thing. I didn't like the character that I thought I would like. I liked a different character. But I didn't like it because I just couldn't like stand it. Like, well, I had it playing while I was playing a game. I didn't pay attention to any of the context on what was happening. I just listened to it. That was it. So, and then there's one more, and I'm gonna say it's the worst, but I will explain it later. It's Higurashi. You will know why. If you guys stopped right there, then you guys kind of screwed up because there's a question that literally allows me to answer this perfectly. The next question: do you read the mangas to the anime? I try to. ReZero, Data Live, every anime I liked or I liked the characters in, I try to read the manga. But since Data Live doesn't have a manga, all they have is light novels. I can't do much about that. Obviously, that's a whole different like area there. But ReZero I caught up with, and I absolutely love how how the writer is making the story. It is absolutely, seeing a growth of a character is very important to me. That is what I find in really good animes, or to me that is. Question number 4 is, what is your favorite genres? So since I'm already here, I would have to say, I guess you could say harems are my favorite, technically. Alright, my favorite genres are actually sci-fi and the supernatural animes. Those are pretty interesting. The stories are absolutely, I would say, fantastic, and usually they're usually fun to watch. Harems are considered technically because there's a question that actually allows me to explain it more. Now, my number 5 is, what is my least favorite genre? Considering that I rarely watch a good bit of a variety of genres, I usually tend to, I would say, if we're gonna say on the ones that I mostly watch, I usually don't know how to explain it, but I would just say action, because usually when I actually try to watch action, I kind of lose interest of it. I'm terribly sorry if you guys love action genres, but I tend to not watch a lot of action animes that often. But usually, if it's a sub thing, I will watch it because why not? But if it isn't, if that's what the main premise of an anime, then I usually don't want to watch it. But if it's good, then I'll watch it. But usually, I hate how some of the animes I do end up watching, the action takes up most of the story, and it's just like I want more of, like, I mean, yeah, maybe the action's part of it, but I mean, I'm a confusing person. I like something, and then sometimes I don't like it, and then I end up liking it, and blah blah blah. But this is not officially my least favorite genre. There's a lot of room for it to become my favorite, but as of right now, usually I don't really watch a lot of action action animes too often, but if it's a sub thing, I like it. But if it isn't, then it's whatever. So the next question, well, again, this is going off like on type of genres that I actually watch more often. I don't have a favorite. I don't play favorites usually when it comes to like specific anime types and everything. I just watch whatever. So the next question number 6, is who is your favorite character? So I'm gonna split this one into two. My favorite male character has to be Subaru from Re:Zero. You will know why if you guys watch the anime, but in general, his character development is absolutely, it's a good pace, but it's easy to really, make fun of him for it. But he's that type of character that like you can't hate him unless he does his stupid his stupid poses and everything. But usually he's my favorite male character as of right now. I used to have a favorite male character in Mecha Crew City Actors. He was pretty cool, but as well as in Kisnivers. But Mecha Crew City Actors is more of an anime I watched a while back. I forgot his name. That's a good bit ago, but Mecha Crew is pretty good too. I would recommend you guys watching it. But my favorite female character, obviously it has to be Kurumi from Data Live, but if that's not a suitable answer for you guys, then I will have to say, oh, this is difficult actually. I would have to say, wow, this is okay. I actually never thought this through actually. I actually have quite a lot of people. Wait, I'm gonna check my phone. Okay, so apparently I don't. Oh, well, I can't say Nora because I played Hyper Dimension, and that's and I watched the anime, so I can't say Nora. I can't say Laura. I can't say anyone that's on my banner. All right, this is gonna be difficult. I'm gonna say Crucifer. Oh, I can't even pronounce the name. Crucifer. Is it Krulc? Yeah, Crucifer. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't fucking know. It's a difficult name. All I know is it has cipher in it. It's like Crucifer from it's from Unbeatable Bahamut. I think that's the English version of it. I'm not gonna try to speak in Japanese because I'm gonna waste a good 20 minutes trying to pronounce it. So I would say she would be my favorite. Oh shit! Wait, this is what I am. All right, change of plan. I need to think of a different character, and quickly. I mean, I like Esdeath. Oh fuck me. Esdeath is pretty cool, and she's from Akame Kill, but that's a very popular anime. Kantai Collection. Nagato. There we go. God damn it. Oh my god. Nagato is my favorite. If you guys don't accept any of those answers because they're mostly part of harems or they're part of a very popular anime, because oh my god, that took a long time. Alright, number 7, my least favorite characters. Alright. So my least favorite male character has to be God fucking damn it. I'm only the same shit again. Julius from Re:Zero. As you guys can see, I don't really like a lot of male characters, but usually if I do, they grow on me. And a majority of them are from harems. But anyways, he's my least favorite. Julius is from Re:Zero. He was rarely introduced, but I already hate him. That's a very bad thing. I already hate a character, and he was just barely introduced. I hate him. I also hate the little boy from Mecha Crew City Actors. He was completely useless. I'm sorry, I don't get what his purpose was in there, but apparently he had to be part of it. So the next answer to this question is my least favorite female character. I forgot her name, but it's the chick from Akame ga Kill, and she's crazy about justice. I hate her. I also hate Chidori from um, Kisniver. I hate her too. I don't like her. Her character development. I thought I was, it's like, oh man, she's like a sister. But then after a while, I realized a majority of everything had to be circled around her, and I did not like it. I usually hate characters that are usually self-centered, and it kind of annoys me. Just a bit, just a tad bit. So, question number 8 is qualities you like in a character. So, usually, I guess in general, I usually like characters that really make a self-sacrifice for themselves, for the others. I know it sounds kind of lame, but that's what usually happens with me. I don't really go for a lot of more outstanding characters. I'm more like the characters that I usually say they're easy to relate to, but not really. Like, if you're in a similar situation, you'll probably do the same thing. Usually those who make tough decisions, and usually it ends up not working out for them. But qualities usually for me is just, as long as they're not dumb or they're an ass, I like any kind of character usually. As long as they're not those two types, then I like them. I don't care if people hate them. I don't really care if they like the people I like. It's just, it's alright. Because it's people's opinions usually do work out that way. And that's what makes us all different. So question number 9 is long or short animes. So I wrote the questions down and I screwed up because I somewhat shortened some of these, but I'm thinking do you prefer long or short animes? So technically speaking, I would say I like both of them, both kinds, because usually I like short animes because I could get them done in a day. If they're long animes, I usually tend to forget to watch them. But that only happened once with Chaika. I honestly forgot the whole thing, but all I remember, it was Chaika something. And so that one, I haven't really finished the second season, even though it is finished. But I prefer longer animes because I get to, watch more of it and actually enjoy the anime and the characters more, compared to short animes where it's short, sweet, and usually it doesn't end in a good note, where it's just a cliffhanger. And it plus gives the animators more time to give you more development for the characters and everything. But that's just me. Question number 10 is, do you prefer the anime or the manga? I would technically be speaking, I prefer the anime, since they're the ones that actually get me into reading the mangas altogether. So that's a very quick answer. So yeah, I prefer the anime since it gets me into the if I like it, I get into it. I watch the anime fully through, or if it's still going, I'll watch it whenever it comes out. But I will obviously read the manga if I like the anime series, and so I get a general picture on how the characters are. Question number 11: how do you choose the animes you watch? Usually, I go off of recommendations that other people say, or usually, yeah, that's what usually happens. But if I find an anime character that I find interesting, I will watch it. And that's how it is. That's how I choose my animes. If it's just me, I tend to look at character designs, and usually if I find a character I like, that's what usually happens anyways, I will actually watch the anime fully. That's how I choose my animes. I tend to find characters I tend to like, or it would seem like I would like them, and that's what I usually that's how I choose them. If it's not from recommendations usually. So the next question is, do you skip or listen to openings or endings? So for me, it's iffy. I decide. I usually choose. I usually choose to listen to the opening and ending on the first episode, and then if I like it, I listen to it. If I don't, I skip it, and it goes for both. But usually, I tend to watch animes that, like, I always have a paranoia. It's like, oh, they're gonna put something at the end of this episode, and I'm gonna miss it and not get the context. So usually, I usually skip through the outro or ending, and then I decide to see if there's no ending. Then obviously I'm just gonna if there's like no extra bit at the end after each episode, then I'll probably just go on to the next one. All right. Question number 13. So this is a hypothetical question, I guess you could say. This hypothetical question is asking, your friends and family don't like you watching anime. So how do you cope with it? How would I cope with my friends or family not liking anime? It seems like that's an everyday thing. Not really, no, I'm just kidding. My sister. So theoretically speaking, I'm a type of person who doesn't really care. Like, when it comes to like people's opinions, like, I acknowledge it's your opinion, but really, you can't really just say, for instance, you can't just say like, oh, you watch anime, you're a fag. I mean, what is that supposed to do to me? Am I just supposed to, like, kill myself or something after you say that? Like, I mean, yeah, you're insulting me, but like, what's the point of insulting me when I don't really care about it? So usually, if something like that, like, again, this is like a similar thing that actually happened to me before. I'm gonna tell you that story later, but I tend to usually not care about, whatever. If they don't like me doing it, then I mean, that's not gonna change me. That's like, I'm not gonna change myself just because somebody else doesn't approve of what I like to do on my free time. You get my drift. Usually that's what usually grinds my gears, when someone tries to like tell you like, why are you even doing this? This is wasting your time. Like, I mean, it passes the time, and it's pretty entertaining to me. But I mean, if it's not entertaining to you, then that's your opinion. So usually I don't talk back to them. I just shrug it off. Just like, I don't really care about that, But I think I don't really care a lot. So the last question is, do you stop midway if you don't like it? So this is a very perfect example of my previous answer. You guys don't know why I chose Higurashi as my third worst anime. Theoretically speaking, is because of, if I didn't watch Sword Art Online, I didn't watch I Want to Be the Twin Tails, I should watch Higurashi after, like, I got once I finished some of the other animes I watched a while back. So with that one, specifically speaking, Higurashi is a horror genre type of anime. There's a phone in my room, and I forgot about that. Are you done? You done? I think you're done. Alright, so before I was rudely interrupted from the house phone that was apparently in my room, I completely forgot there was like a house phone in my room. But before I was really interrupted, the reason why I said, so technically speaking, if I hadn't watched I Want to Be the Twin Tails and I hadn't watched Sword Art Online, I would have said Higurashi would have been the worst anime for me. The reason why I say Higurashi would be considered be the worst is the reason because it was, okay, call me a bitch, but oh my god, after watching like the first 6 episodes of it, the creepy atmosphere, the setup of almost a majority of like everything in that anime was really on par it gave me goosebumps while I'm watching, even if I'm not even watching it. Like I had goosebumps, like when I'm even thinking about it. Like it, I would consider that my worst because it scared me good. Like the creepy factor, everything, like you would, like, you know, you're probably gonna, like, I didn't expect anything from it. I'm being dead serious. I didn't expect a single thing from it when I started watching it. Like I just thought it was just a normal anime, a normal thing that, you know, you could just watch. You know, it's not gonna like ruin your day. No, this one ruined my day. It ruined my night, and it almost made me not watch anime anymore, because like I was like thinking, like, if I watch the same genre, what else are they gonna do if they make a better combination? So usually I stop at midway. I tend to not stop midway through an anime unless it's like, A, I can't stand it, B, it's just like, why am I watching it? It's pretty bad. Or C, I end up just like, you know what, I'm ready halfway through, I might as well finish it. But I usually don't stop halfway through. I just watch the whole thing through. Maybe it may change my opinion on it, but the majority of them doesn't really change my opinion on a majority of some of them that I've watched. But that's what usually happens. But going back to Higurashi though, that one took me on a trip, and I did not want to be part of that trip. I stopped at episode 6, and then I watched maybe like 2 more episodes afterwards, and then I was done. I just dropped everything. I stopped midway through. So usually I don't get creeped out a lot, but that's the reason why I don't like Higurashi. That's why I don't like Higurashi. This is why I stopped midway through it, because I never finished it. It was the anime that got away that I will never finish in my life, because the creepy factor on it, everything about it is just, I just don't know how to feel about it. It's something that, like, I know I can, you know, I know I can finish it, but like I'll just be so creeped out. I won't be able to, like, I may not even function. Like if I don't upload, or like I sound spooked out of my mind, I'll probably finish Higurashi like at night. And that's another thing too. I watched it at night, and I was like all by myself in the garage, and it was just like the creepy factor of it. I was just like, I don't know how to feel about this, but I'm terrified, because I just, like, one scene got me really good. It got me really good. It was like a psychopathic killer trying to break into the house, but it's someone you know, and it's just like, I just can't do it. No. I'm done talking about Higurashi. That's it. I usually don't stop midway through an anime, because I tend to see through it and watch the whole thing. But with Higurashi, that's a whole different cup of tea that I don't want to deal with, because that, oh boy, that is a very difficult thing to even talk about. Call me, tell me in the comments below if you guys made it through. Congratulations for listening ramble for like 14 questions and up. But if you guys have any other questions, I'm sorry I couldn't make this shorter. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't realize my answers were gonna be very long. But anyways, as I was saying, if you guys have any kinds of questions, or you guys want me to be more specific on why I chose certain animes, or why I chose certain things I hate, or why I chose this as my favorite over this, if you guys don't get my rambling or my explanation about it, feel free to comment in the comment section below. If you guys want me to do more of this, feel free to send me questions either in the comment section or on my Twitter. I'm usually on it. I'm usually on Steam too. If you guys want to do it, check the description for my Steam name, and you guys can add me. And if I like the question, I'll probably make another list of questions to answer. But a majority of it, I will, depending on what it is, I will answer it. But If it's something that is too personal to me, then I won't answer it. But other than that, if I see that you guys like me doing these type of things, I will most likely answer them. I'll most likely find more questions online to make a video off of and see how well that goes. So if you guys enjoyed it, feel free to do whatever you guys like. But that was it was like 15 questions. The 15th question was if you could tag anyone, tag them to do it, but I'm not gonna do that. But if you guys want me to do more of this, feel free to tell me. I don't mind doing these type of videos, but it'll be a bit difficult for me to actually make them short because these questions are actually pretty good, or hefty on answering. But obviously I'm not gonna do anime stuff for every question, I would say, but I will specifically say that I will most likely decide to I'll look for other questions every time I do a different one. But if you guys want me to do more anime type of questions, then I will obviously tend to your need of finding out other stuff about myself with this with anime or just myself in general. But anyways, as always, hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video you guys decide to watch for me, or whatever video you decide to keep up with.